பேய் இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு சந்தேகம் உங்களுக்கு இருந்துகிட்டே இருக்கா? இருட்டை பார்த்தா உங்களுக்கு பயமா? ஸோ இந்த IkaySpire கோஸ்ட் சீரீஸ்ல நம்ம சில விஷயங்களை பேச போறோம். பேரநார்மல், பேய் சம்பந்தப்பட்ட விஷயங்களை பேச போறோம். நம்ம சயின்ஸ் பத்தி பேச போறது இல்லை. நம்ம பார்த்த விஷயங்கள், நம்ம உணர்ந்த விஷயங்களை பத்தி பேச போறோம். வழக்கம் போல என் கூட சேர்த்து பேசுறதுக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் ஸ்பீக்கர் அப்படியே நம்ம கொடுக்குறோம். Welcome back, Max. Welcome back. So, welcome to my new series, IkaySpire Ghost series. I told to my audience that this series we're going to share some kind of paranormal experiences that we feel, we see, about dream, nightmares, which is not related to science. So, மறுபடியும் சொல்றேன், நம்ம சயின்ஸை பத்தி எதுவுமே பேச போறதில்லை. நம்மளுக்கு நடந்த சின்ன சின்ன அனுபவங்கள். Because everyone is scared of dark. How brave you are, you're still afraid of dark. நீங்க எவ்வளவு தைரியசாலியா இருந்தாலும் இருட்டுனா பயமா இருக்கும். நம்மளுடைய வீட்லயே பகல்ல எவ்வளவு தைரியமா இருக்குமோ, அதே வீட்டுல லைட் எல்லாம் ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டு நீங்க தனியா இருக்கும் போது கண்டிப்பா உங்களுக்கு பயமா இருக்கும். இல்லைன்னு சொல்லவே முடியாது. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்களை தான் நம்ம இப்போ சில ஷேர் பண்ண போறோம். ஸோ லெட்ஸ் பிகின். ஸோ மேக்ஸ், ஸோ டிட் யூ பிலீவ் இஸ் தேர் a ghost exists? Maybe like this.
Personally, I do believe there's the existence of ghosts. It's because when I was younger, I experienced these kind of paranormal activities when I was young.
So can you share it few with us?
Yeah, sure. I think I was very, very small. I don't remember how old I am, but it was I'm living in a double-story house at that time. It's a rental unit. There's actually some kind of belief in Chinese superstition is that your house, right, your gate cannot face in a junction road. Why? Is because let's say your gate is faced on a junction road, it's believed that you will attract unwanted.
You mean like 3 junction or 4 junction?
3 junction. A T junction. So your main gate cannot face the T junction. So
you mean like 4 T junction?
T.
Cross.
This one. This T.
Okay.
So the belief is that it will invite those kind of things into your house. So
mean to say your house was facing junction? Your door?
Yes.
Oh, so scary.
So my gate right in front is a straight road directly. So I can say my whole time staying there, I actually feel uneasy, very uncomfortable every time in that house, especially night time. So a lot of times during night time, I always hear someone playing piano.
Oh.
We do have a piano in a room just beside our living room. But every night, I always hear people playing. There's a noise coming out from that room. So every time I will ask my parents, do you guys hear that sound, the piano playing? They will always say no. They didn't hear anything. But I was like, no, it's there. Every night I hear the same thing. So this is one of the experience I have.
Did you try to find out, did you try to go and see? Did you try to disturb? Go there directly when you heard the sound?
No, I was very small, so I was very scared. I was like, I will just hide at the sofa, and I dare not go into it and look at it also.
So probably there's somebody who play the piano is someone is like, sitting here in my staircase and
I
looking.
actually feel goosebump already talking about it.
Yeah, me also. So let
Uh,
me do a recap for my Tamil audience. இவர் என்ன சொன்னார்னா, இவங்க சைனீஸ்ல வந்து ஒரு பிலீஃப் இருக்கு. அதாவது வந்து 4 முச்சந்தின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. இப்ப நம்ம வந்து 3 முச்சந்தின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. We all trust, we all say that we have a belief that we shouldn't have a house door facing the 3 junction, not the 4 junction, 3. We cannot face the house. So அதே மாதிரி வந்து இவர் வீடு வந்து 4 முச்சந்தி ஃபேஸ் பண்ற மாதிரி இருந்திருக்கு ஒரு வாசல் கட்டு. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க. ஸோ சின்ன வயசுல இவர் இருக்கும்போது வந்து நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க வீட்டுல வந்து பியானோ இருக்குமா. லைக் இட்ஸ் ரிமைண்டிங் மீ கொஞ்சூரிங் ஸ்டோரி. ஸோ பியானோ இருக்குமா. நைட்ல வந்து அந்த பியானோ வந்து சொந்தமா வாசிக்குமா. இவர் வந்து அவங்க அப்பா அம்மாவை கேட்டிருக்காரு, உங்களுக்கு இந்த சத்தம் கேக்குதா அப்படின்னு. அவங்களுக்கு இந்த சத்தம் கேட்கல. தொடர்ந்து கொஞ்ச காலமா வந்து இந்த சத்தம் கேட்டுக்கிட்டு இருந்திருக்கு. ஸோ இவர் வந்து போய் பாக்குறதுக்கு வந்து இவருக்கு வந்து சின்ன வயசுல இருந்தாலும் அவருக்கு தைரியம் இல்லை. ஸோ ஹவு லாங் யூ ஃபேஸ் திஸ் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ்? ஸோ தென் யூ மூவ் அவுட் ஃப்ரம் த ஹவுஸ் ஆர் ஹவ்?
We've continuously just stay there lah. I mean, even my family members also, they do face some paranormal from their side as well. But it stopped when we move our altar, our prayers into the room where the piano is being played. So I remember one time we moved the altar into the room. Then it feels better a bit. I no longer hear piano being played.
Sounds strange. So despite science, there's certain things that we cannot explain. சயின்ஸ்ல நிறைய விஷயங்கள் வந்து நம்மளுக்கு சொல்லியிருந்தாலும் நம்மளுக்கு நடக்கிற விஷயங்கள் அந்த அமானுஷ்யமான விஷயங்கள் வந்து நம்ம வெளியே போய் சொல்லும் போது சிரிப்பாங்க, நக்கல் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஆனா அதை உணரும் போது நம்மளுக்கு வந்து ஒரு வித்தியாசமான பயம் இருக்கும், எவ்வளவு தைரியமா இருந்தாலும். ஸோ என்னோட கதையை நான் சொல்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி நான் முதல்ல வந்து இங்கிலீஷ்ல சொல்லிடுறேன், அப்புறம் நான் தமிழ்ல வந்து உங்களுக்கு சொல்றேன். I do have some kind of this kind of experience, like basically seeing ghosts and all that. But probably I don't know how to differentiate because I used to, some elder people told me that when you are very strong in mind, probably you won't see them as an evil. Like normally, like when ghosts, they will come with, like a burnt face, bleeding here and there, right? But when you are very strong in your mind, probably you can see an evil or soul or spirit as human, look alike, but they will disappear. So I want to share a quick experience here that there's a one time my father was admitted. He was a bedridden. I don't want to name which hospital and so on, but I was assigned to be with him to, they're going to teach me how to do the caretaking, how to manage a bedridden people and all that. So they need to ask me to stay there overnight. So this is quite like a remote area. It is, we call it, it's not the big hospital, luxury hospital. It's a very how to say, a very small kind of out of the town hospital. So they have this kind of services. The nurses are available to train us. So there was one particular night, so it's not a hospital, right? Where to sleep? We don't have our bedroom there. So my car park is also outside there. And then I don't know what to do next to my father. You only have a chair to sit. So imagine it's a night time, you're very tired. Then I wanted to call my friend. Then I called my friend and we was hanging up in the phone for a few hours. So while talking, and then I just go, I go around, around the hospital area. At one point, without my knowledge, I reached mortuary around 2 a.m. It is a mortuary, and it still is a mortuary. And there was what we call that? We call van janazah. That means Muslim people's, the van, carrying the corpse.
Yes.
I saw that. And then I saw two gentlemen who were standing in front of the door, were talking, and then told my friend, I came over to a mortuary. So he said, why? What are you doing there in the mortuary? Just go back. And I never, it's like an old place that there is a corridor for you to walk and all that. It's like a maybe like 100 to 2-3 meters away from the place I stand. I can see the entrance of the mortuary. So the mortuary is quite old. Um, it's like and there is two people standing there with one car was parking just straight, like in front of me. Okay, the van is there, the car is there. I'm in front of the car. Then at one point I saw there was a boy, a young little boy wearing a. I clearly remember what he wear. He wear a red t-shirt and a blue color tracksuit, and that tracksuit was half teared until his knee. Then I was like thinking, oh, probably it's some accident or some family member. But like the curiosity that we feel like, what a kid is doing in a mortuary at 2 a.m. Who will allow a kid inside a mortuary? So then I'm telling my friend over the phone. When the boy came towards me, and I really don't know, is something bad gonna happen. I never imagining that. That is never struck in my mind. Then at one point, the boy came like a stand like 2 meters away from me. Like, we are in between the car. I move a bit, the car in between. I'm this side, he was the other side. Then immediately I saw another guy came from the door, from the mortuary, and then he started the car. Once he started the car turned to go out from the building. And suddenly I see there was a woman was sitting in the car and crying, looking at me over the mirror, the window. And then I don't have anything in my heart. I feel like she probably lost someone that she loved, like that kind of feelings. And then suddenly, the boy who stand next to me, he jumped over to the car. I was like, what? My reaction is like, what's happening? The boy disappeared, the car gone, the two guys is still there. Then I feel like something is weird, then I just woke up. There's the two main entrance for the hospital. One is the actual entrance, the receptionist and all that. The other side is for the mortuary only. So I go out. Then I saw a guy was sitting there and he was smoking. Then he asked me, what are you doing in this time at this area? And I told my father is bedridden, then I come to to learn something from the nurses and all that, to caregiving for my bedridden dad. Then he just told me that there was an accident. There's a two corpse being brought, mother and son. They died on the spot. Then I was like, mother and son. Are you just joking? Because I cannot relate that. But somehow I can feel like, well, this guy is. I saw a woman and a boy. The boy roughly like 10 years old. And then we have like some like a quite long conversation, like 2 to 3, like 2 hours, something like that, because we don't know what to do there. Then I use the main entrance. I don't want to go back to the mortuary entrance to go back to my father's place. Then I use the main entrance. But in here, I feel like I don't want to see anyone while I'm walking. But it is true that I saw both of them standing in front of me. The mother and the son. She was wearing a skirt, white color skirt, and the boy the same dress, the t-shirt and the track shoe. So I need to bypass them to go to my father's ward. I make myself brave enough to walk through them. But you know what people normally say, right? Don't look back, right? I wanted to look back. Then I looked back. And both of them were bleeding and looking at me. OMG. Then I was like, they wanted to tell me something. Then usually we want to get scared, right? So I just go, and there was a nurse was there in the ward, and then she asked me, where you loitering around? And then I told her that I saw these things. This is a common thing happens here. You don't go loiter around at night time. This is like freaking true story that I cannot. It's like in my mind, the memories is still fresh. Probably when we go and tell outside, not everyone is going to trust us. So நான் இப்போ சொன்ன விஷயங்கள் வந்து ஆங்கிலத்துல சொன்னேன். தமிழ்ல சொல்றது இருந்தா, சுருக்கமா சொல்றதா இருந்தா, இந்த ஒரு ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் எங்க அப்பா அட்மிட் பண்ணும்போது ஒரு தாயும் மகனும் ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆகி இறந்துருக்காங்க. அந்த டைம்ல எனக்கு அது தெரியாது. நான் மோச்சரியில பார்த்த அந்த 2 பேரும் ஆக்சுவலி ஆத்மா. அது வந்து எனக்கு ஒருத்தர் வந்து அங்க ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ல சொன்னாரு. ஸோ நான் மறுபடியும் திரும்பி எங்க அப்பாவோட வார்டுக்கு போகும்போது நான் அவங்கள பார்க்க கூடாதுன்னு நினைச்சேன். அன்பார்ச்சுனேட்லி அவங்க 2 பேரும் அங்க என்ன வழக்கமா எல்லாரும் சொல்ற மாதிரி திரும்பி பார்க்காதன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. எனக்கு திரும்பி பார்க்கணும்னு தோணுச்சு. இது நடந்து ஒரு 13 வருஷம். திரும்பி பார்த்தேன், அவங்க 2 பேருக்கும் வாயில காதுல எல்லாம் ரத்தம் அப்படியே ஒழுங்கு நிற்கும் போது எனக்கு அவங்க கிட்ட எதாச்சும் சொல்ல வரீங்களான்னு கேட்கணும்னு தோணுச்சு. ஆனா நம்ம சாதாரண மனுஷங்கள் தானே. ஸோ நான் அங்க இருந்து போயிட்டேன். அப்பதான் எனக்கு ஒரு நர்ஸ் சொன்னாங்க, எங்க ரொம்ப ஆபத்தான இடம், நைட்ல சுத்தாது அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. ஸோ அகெயின் to wrap up, we can tell that we are very normal human beings. So despite how brave we are, we wanted to help a spirit or soul, but that point we might stop and then we wanted to just run away from the place because they are different entity, they are not belonging here, that we see somebody that is not the true. Many people scientifically can give many example and all that, but if it is yes, but why some people still can feel and see? And we are normal human being, why we supposed to see them, right? So it's a very much subjective to answer. So இதுக்கு வந்து விடையே இல்லாத ஒரு விஷயம் அப்படின்னு எனக்கு தோணுது. So Max, thank you so much for sharing your experience in our very first season of Ghost series in IkaySpire. So we will get back together, with more scary paranormal, பயங்கரமான பேய் கதைகள், பேய் இருக்கா இல்லையா அப்படின்னு நம்ம பேசுவோம். Thank you so much, Max.
Thanks for having me. Thanks also for sharing your story.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.